everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Newton's Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A beautiful spin and room to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
This is Jonathan Stewart, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's McCaffrey. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now it's Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie out of Tennessee. This is Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, it's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And an alley to run. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. They give him a gain of 37. Out of the gun, Kaya. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.D. Cannon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they still need 8 yards for the 1st here on 2nd down. Here's Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. K.D. Cannon, 93 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Now a first down throw for Newton. This is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Somewhat surprising stat. The Panthers, they haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher on the ground since 2009. That's the longest active drought in the NFL, but certainly they're hoping Christian McCaffrey can change that.
Not just as a ball carrier, but also as a pass receiver and take pressure off of Cam Newton, give him some easy completions, and maybe he doesn't get hit as much in the pocket that way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey, and he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This one from 35 yards away. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Detroit! Set! Boom! Everyone's got 4 down. Detroit! Back out of that penalty. Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Kaya. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the tight end Olsen, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Let's go!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Kai on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints just continue to roll. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Newton. Going to look deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Off to often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
By the way, partner, that was a 30-year-old running back carrying the ball.
Turned 30 back in March, did Stewart.
Yeah, I know that people say he's not supposed to at the age of 30, but Jonathan Stewart, good style, good physicality. He'll continue to run it.
Hoping to keep him healthy. Hasn't played a full 16 games since 2011. 3rd and 2, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Wake up.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now Kai on first down. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? We've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. K.D. Cannon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. And now it's blocked. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd and 10, Kaya steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Kaya. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They fake the give. Newton dancing to his left. And he's got some space here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. From the gun, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Ginn. Ooh, the juke. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Kaya operating in the red zone now. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Flushed out right. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Newton flush to his right. Shrugs him off. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, shifty. Whoa. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Set. Green, 30. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, Kaya. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw for Kaya. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Patriot. Patriot. Let's go. Leopard. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are pouring it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And Olsen over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. Powers past him at midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
117, 117. Set. 180. We got heavy, heavy. Everybody scoot up, heavy, heavy.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Being chased out left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following a fumble recovery, Kaya. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Kaya, off play action. And the tight end has it. It's Flainer. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Throwing again is Kaya. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on second down is Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. A first NFL pick by the rookie Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Watch it now, Barney. Over. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Kaya. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Not running. Kaya wants to throw instead. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake, and it's Kaya. Flush to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. There he goes, left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column and to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.